What is going on, guys? Certain Gaming here with another episode. My very first episode of Path of Adventure. This is going to be a new series I'm going to try to start on Monday. I've recently got into text-based reading on my phone. Pretty much what it means is it's kind of like a choose-your-own adventure on your phone. It kind of keeps me occupied and whatnot, especially while I'm at work. And it's something simple on your phone and all that kinds of fun stuff. I downloaded this game. I started it just a small amount just to kind of see what it was about. And I haven't actually officially done this one. And there was another series that I went through, and I reached out to them and see if there was a possibility for them to kind of partner with me and whatnot, and I'll see what they say and go from there. But we'll go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new game. And so you have different kind of difficulties you can go through. So you can go through Pupil, that's the tutorial, and learn how to play, and then Rogue, that's your easy, and then as you play, you get to unlock the rest of them. I'm going to go through Rogue. Alright, so pretty much I'll read it. We'll go forward. We're going to go from there. If you all enjoy it, you all know what to do. Subscribe, bell, like, questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Check out all the links in the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So you were standing at the start of a path. Before you, a small wooden sign. The words, though hardly readable, or legendary. Here be traps and treasures, monsters and magic. You might be wondering what this is all about. In that case, you're in luck. You see, the thing with the path is you simply have to follow it. Enter the path. Only minutes on the path, you meet a man largely wrapped in bandages going the other way. The sign, he cries. I made it back. Then he throws you his bag and runs off. Watching him disappear, you open the bag and find a torch, a rusty dagger, and a pitchfork. So we are going to take the rusty dagger. We are going to take the pitchfork. Ironically enough, if I'm not mistaken, I think the last time I played, this is all completely randomized, so I don't think I got a rusty dagger or a pitchfork. I think last time I got a shield and a sword, maybe, I don't know. Follow the path. Oh no, a giant slug! Monsters come in all shapes and sizes, but there's one thing they all share, a burning love for treasure, and they don't mind killing for it. While on the path, you can avoid battle by throwing them some of your treasure. On the other hand, defeat them and you can take theirs. Yeah, this is all completely random because last time it was a rat, now it's a slug. So, before I go any further, at the top here, if I tap on it. Okay, so maybe if I go to character. There you go. So it tells me I'm a rogue. I love being out in the wild with the ring of life around my finger. What could possibly go wrong? I have 0 out of 5 experience, so as I continue playing the game, my experience will go up and find 5 or more for an elixir of growth. So assuming that means my life. So you can see I have life, defense, attack, speed, treasure, and progress. Now, obviously, I have to keep my life above 0 to stay alive, and I can restore it. With, I guess, certain items and stuff. Defense, attack are obvious, speed is obvious, treasure is obvious, and progress is obvious. It tells me how far I've traveled along the path, and I finished the game by reaching the end of the path. I go over here to my inventory, it tells me exactly what I have, and I can drop all my stuff, and all that kinds of fun stuff. And then if I go back to the story, which, let's see if I can move that somewhere else. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I got the screen recorder at the top of the screen. I don't know if you can see that or not. If you can, I apologize. If not, awesome. So, anyways, let's get back to it. So, I'm going to fight the giant slug. You jump at the giant slug for the first attack. Attack with a pitchfork or rusty dagger or my bare hands. Pitchfork, please. You strike and hit the giant slug. And you slay the giant slug. Continue. Wow, that was quick. I guess you're already becoming some sort of a warrior. The giant slug leaves his heirs a fair amount of valuables. Pity they aren't around. You inherit some treasure, plus 14 treasure. That's what's up. Follow that path. The most curious thing about adventuring is to find loot everywhere. This time, it's some treasure. I bet we'll find much more toys and candy before this journey is over. Plus 7 treasure. Follow the path. The path links up with an old road, going around with some ancient ruins. It seems the place made friends with fog and webs, whom invited scary sounds to join in. Voice in the wind is there too, wailing, "The peeking gnome, come take the peeking gnome." Alright, so this is where the fun begins, because I don't know if I want to enter or follow the path. I'm going to enter, say why not. Deep inside a tomb, you find a richly decorated coffin. It's probably a bad idea to open random coffins found in random tombs, but I'm dying to know what's inside. Ironically enough, I can am too, so let's open that coffin. You break open the coffin and find a bejeweled skeleton guarding some treasure and a mushroom. I can either leave or explore further. Between the foundations of a once glorious structure now thrive shrubs and weeds. This place begs to be explored, but a bunch of thorn bushes give you a funny feeling. They somehow remind you of a predator that's pretending it isn't there. Burn bushes with the torch, wade through, attack bushes, or go. Leave ruins and explore further. Attack the bushes. You prepare to attack. I can legit attack the bushes. Interesting. Attack with my pitchfork. You hew at the bushes. You've reduced the bushes to short, bare trunks that are unable to harm you, at least for a while. I wasn't going to waste my torch on that. Honestly, I thought it was a monster, but, apparently it was just thorn bush. Not sure how long it would take for the bushes to recover, you quickly explore the area. Among the remains of a sack torn to pieces, you find a wooden chest. The wooden chest is too heavy to carry around. Somehow, you need to open it. Attack the chest. As you prepare your first attack, there's a creaking sound in the opening as a mouth grows on the chest. Pitchfork. You strike and hit the wooden chest. Hey! It screams. I'm bad enough as I am. Thank you very much. You prepare another attack. Rusty dagger. You strike and hit the wooden chest. Alright, I got it, it says, and its lid flies open. You look inside and find some treasure, an antidote, a torch, and a rusty dagger. I'm going to take that rusty dagger. You take the rusty dagger. Explore further in the ruins. You stand at the edge of an open space covered in grass that reaches to your waist. You'd love to investigate a place further, but a cloud of giant mosquitoes hangs in the way. Investigate. A giant mosquito. While running around, you hear a manic buzzing getting louder. There's a mosquito coming for you. Prepare to attack. What am I going to attack with? Rusty dagger 2, rusty dagger 1. I want to see rusty dagger 2. You strike hard and kill the mosquito. That one won't fly no more. Continue. Once you've shown them your resilience, mosquitoes start to wait for an easier prey, and you're able to explore the area freely. Amongst the grass, pollen, and weeds, you find some treasure and a mushroom. Explore further. One thing that keeps popping up wherever you are is a lonely watchtower. The ominous black building looks terrifying, but also strangely attractive. Climb that tower, dude. Who would have thought that a blob would appreciate such heights? In contrast, it certainly doesn't appreciate your visit. Fight it. The blob is eager to attack, so you make ready to defend. Block with a rusty dagger. Yeah, block with a rusty. The blob strikes and you block it partly. You prepare to attack. Attack with a pitchfork. You strike and the blob blocks it slightly. You prepare to defend. Defend with the rusty dagger. The blob strikes and you block it partly. You prepare to attack. Attack with the pitchfork. You strike and the blob blocks it slightly. The blob falls to the ground. Continue. Fighting monsters is always an interesting experience, especially when it's over. I gain 2 experience. From the pool of experience rises an elixir of growth. All kinds of things are finding their way out of the blob, including some treasure and a monster part. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'm going to kind of go ahead and see if I can restores that. Alright, so elixir of growth restores health, cures poison, and triggers growth. Monster part. Some parts of monsters are quite nutritious. Restores 5. Antidote, a torch, a ring of life. Eating takes 1. Eating a mushroom costs health. The price increases by 1 with each mushroom eaten. Current price is 1. I'm going to eat 1. You eat the mushroom and feel energized and jumpy. The mushroom appears to be a speed mushroom. New mushroom identified. Alright, I am going to go ahead and do elixir of growth. You drink the elixir and a wave of strength follows through your body. Choose how you want to grow. Life, defense, speed, or attack. Life. Plus 5. Thank you. Explore further. You stand on the shore of a muddy lake, looking at an island far away. Although it seems promising, the idea of swimming across makes you nervous. There's a little boat pulled out onto the shore, but it's attached to a chain. Explore further. At the center of a tree grove stands a great willow tree. His wide trunk not only resembles a face, old and gnarled, but also features a small door with a lock. Break open the door. You've hardly given the tree a kick when there's a deep rumbling, followed by a branch swooshing down, blocked with a rusty dagger. The branch hits and you block it partly. With all his might, the tree swings in another one of his wooden limbs at your face, blocked with a rusty dagger. The branch hits and you block it partly. Continue. After a furious shake and many brums, the willow tree lowers its branch and swings open the door. You push your head through the little door and find some treasure. Explore further. Deep inside a tomb, you find a richly decorated coffin. It's probably a bad idea to open random coffins around random tombs, but I'm dying to know what's inside. Open that coffin. As you break open the coffin, a ray of sunlight breaks through a crack in the ceiling and illuminates the peeking gnome. Alright, I got the peeking gnome. You emerge from the fog and once again follow the horse's path, hopefully towards places with less creepy noises. I am going to see what the heck that peeking gnome. A tiny creature that enjoys peeking in chests and pockets and reports what's inside. Nice. Follow the path. The ring of life glows and heals a bruise. On a misty mountaintop, you take a moment to catch your breath. The fog gives away a panorama of holes and trees surround you. Fortunately, one part of the view is a big rat flying up the mountain. A fight. The big rat is eager to attack, so you make ready to defend with your rusty dagger. The big rat strikes and you block it partly. You prepare to attack. Pitchfork. You strike, but the big rat is quick and dodges your attack. You prepare to defend. Defend with the rusty dagger. Big rat strikes and you block it partly. You prepare to attack with the pitchfork. You strike, but the big rat is quick and dodges your attack. You prepare to defend with the rusty dagger. You block it partly, but I'm going to hit that bad boy with the pitchfork and ultimately kill the big rat. There's a thing with fighting for your life, an experience you will never forget. Up until 5 minutes ago, the big rat had been a proud possessor of some treasure. Alright, cool. So if I go to a character, experience is 3 out of 10. Awesome. Follow the path. The ring of life glows and heals a blister. The path goes through a half-buried skeleton the size of a cathedral. Under the cover of what seems to be a shoulder blade camps a traveler. Amazing, isn't it? Oh, that's a girl. Amazing, isn't it? She says. And this was only the younger brother of the full-grown Hydra that occupies the Castle of Doom. Hydra? What is it? The Hydra is a gigantic beast, but not only that, it's got 3 heads, each one a monster on itself, but that makes it very agile. If you end up facing this guy, you better have a good speed. Ask about the castle. You don't know? Well, the short version is it was once a castle of wonder. It was the most beautiful thing they ever built, but the queen hated it. Being skilled in witchcraft, one day she summoned the monsters, and so the Hydra came and conquered the castle and threw it into ruin. Now, it's called the Castle of Doom. Follow the path. The ring of life glows and heals a bruise. Man, this is very fast-paced. I might make this a shorter episode. Right after you turn a sharp corner, you bump into a merchant in his stall. I knew this was a good spot, he says. Here, you rascals are still alive. Any luck finding treasure? I have some good stuff for sale. Shop. Please have a look. By the way, nice haircut. You can now sell things via the inventory. Buy weapons. See, that's what I found the first time, was a straw shield and a fly swatter. Inventory. I want to sell that one. Can I want to sell the peeking gnome. Ooh, a speed mushroom. Alright, let me see here. I'm paying away too much, but that's just who I am. Alright, so let me see. Buy weapon, straw shield, fly swatter. I'm gonna buy the straw shield. Excellent, my personal favorite as well. Alright. Is that all? Well, I hope to find some more treasure soon, he says. I'm sure he does. You stand at the edge of a swamp. Through the fog, you can see the contours of some ruins. Then you notice a message scratched on a dead tree. Here lies a bullwhip, and you better leave it that way. I'll follow the path. I ain't gonna mess with that. For a day of walking, all you've discovered is a pebble in your shoe and a blister on your big toe. Follow the path. After hours of walking through a peaceful forest, you take a break behind a tree. Unfortunately, that turns out to be the hiding place of a black crow. You really ticked off this one. Fight. The black crow is eager to attack, so you make ready to defend with the straw shield. But you block the attack. You prepare to attack with the pitchfork. You strike and hit the black crow. Proves to be your victory. That white fight wasn't so scary at all. In fact, it was very interesting. All kinds of things are finding their way out of the black crow, including some treasure and a key. Ooh. All of a sudden, there's a bang. A cloud of smoke and an old man in a white cloak. Ah, there you are. He says, like you're the one teleporting about. You guessed it right. Indeed, I am the white sorcerer. He stares at you from under his eyebrows, expecting some kind of reaction. Well, I've come to warn you, child. This path is evil. It should not be trodden lightly by some random adventurer. To make matters worse, a stoneman has come forth and now blocks the way. Ask about the stoneman. One of the remaining breathing boulders, slow but very strong. You'll break your sword before you can even lay a scratch on it. I spotted it on the path, about 7 days' travel from here. Ask about the path. This so-called path of adventure is nothing but a trap. It was forged by the Witch Queen of Shishidam and the Hydra that now holds the Castle of Doom. She was thrown into a dungeon to rot, but I fear she's not gone entirely. I urge you to go back. Follow the path. Maybe it's a trap and the maker's out for lunch. Whatever it is, there's some treasure just sitting there in the middle of the path. Follow the path. You're looking out over a field of ruins when you hear something say, "Hello." Before a tiny hole in the wall sits a worm with a scarf around it. Wouldn't go in there if I were you, it says. One wizard staff in a lot of trouble. Why don't you come inside and have a nice cup of tea? Enter the ruins. One thing that keeps popping up wherever you are is a lonely watchtower. The ominous black building looks terrifying, but also strangely attractive. Climb it. Who would have thought that a hunting wasp would appreciate such heights? In contrast, it certainly doesn't appreciate your visit. Fright. You jump at the hunting wasp for a first attack with the rusty dagger. You strike and hit the hunting wasp. You prepare to defend. The hunting wasp strikes and you block it partly. You prepare to attack with the rusty dagger. You strike and hit the hunting wasp. The hunting wasp falls to the ground. The scratches in the dagger are all part of a wonderful experience. Up until 5 minutes ago, the hunting wasp had been a proud possessor of some treasure and a monster part. Explore further. You enter a damp room illuminated by soft glowing fungi covering all 4 walls. You manage to take a handful of mushrooms before the toxic air drives you out. Explore further. Neo, a sign Neo to a dead tree reads, "There's definitely no treasure or anything like that buried here." You spend the rest of the day digging and must conclude the sign was right. Explore further. Behind a torn and faded tapestry, you discover a hidden door leading to a room shrouded in utter darkness. Some light would be nice. Torch. Use a torch. After having searched every inch of the floor, your fingers suddenly close around a curious object. It can only be. You haste back to the light with it. Indeed, it's the wizard's staff! Take it. And leave. You climb back over the wall and return to the path. Not that way, Mom says. That's going straight to... but you're already out of earshot. Follow the path. The ring of life glows and heals a scratch. On a misty mountaintop, you take a moment to catch your breath. The fog gives way. A panorama of holds and trees surround you. Unfortunately, one part of this view is a blob flying up the mountain. Fight it. You jump at the blob for the first attack with the wizard's staff. You strike and the blob blocks it slightly. The blob has had enough and tries to flee. There's time for one last attack. Wizard's staff. You strike and the blob blocks it slightly. This proves to be victorious. Fighting it gives you experience, and all kinds of things are finding the way out of the blob, including some treasure and a monster part. Follow the path. You meet a woman with dirt-stained clothes and hair full of twigs and leaves. "I love mushrooms," she says. "Know everything about them. Too bad they prefer to grow in rooms and dungeons. You have some? I bet I can identify your mushrooms." Give her mushrooms. She puts the mushroom in her mouth, only to take it out and later. Poison switch mushrooms, she says. You indicate that she can keep it. Do it again. She carefully closes her hands around the mushroom and then squishes it to a pulp. Attack mushroom, obviously, she says. She feels the weight of the mushroom and throws it far away, watching the flight curve. There goes a grow mushroom. She puts the mushroom in her hand, only to take it out a moment later. Mouth. Magic mushroom, she says. You indicate that she can keep it. Follow the path. Here I am. You locate the sound and find a knight bound to a tree, head and shoulders covered with bird droppings. Got into a bit of trouble with the troll. It's all very interesting. These ropes, for example, hard as chains. But those birds, I smell like a cave bat. You wouldn't be so kind as to burn the ropes, would you? Peeking gnome toddles through the night, peeks into his pockets and reports only a tome of fungi. Free the night with? Torch, why not? Well, bravo, he says. That's mighty heroic. Would you care for a tome of fungi? I don't have any mushrooms left anyways. On to the next adventure, I say. Follow the path. You are hailed from afar by the bright, smiling merchant again. "Ah, my friend, I have some new things for you. Now with a special discount." Yes, very special indeed, considering his prices in fact went up. Shop. Please have a look. Love your outfit, by the way. Short sword, a bullwhip, and pickaxe. I am going to sell the pitchfork, and I am going to sell the rusty dagger, and the leather shields. I'm going to sell the straw shield and buy the leather shield. I want to draw short sword, pickaxe. Let's see. Pickaxe has got. I'm going to say short sword. Leave. Thank you for your I hope we meet again, he says, and I'm sure he does. Follow the path. Just when you're starting to forget about the White Sorcerer and his silly warning, you see it, the Stone Man. And now that I'm looking at it, I think the old man may have had a point. Fight. Stone Man is eager to attack, so you make ready to defend. Leather shield. Stone Man strikes and you block it partly. You prepare to attack with the Wizard Staff. You strike and the Stone Man blocks it partly. You prepare to defend with the Leather Shield. Stone Man attacks, you block it partly, but you prepare to attack with the Wizard Staff. You prepare to defend with the Leather Shield, and you prepare to attack with the Wizard Staff. Defend, Leather Shield, attack, Wizard Staff, and I win! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. If you enjoyed, I know it's a little different, a little more fast-paced. What I'm going to try to do if I continue to do these little episodes is kind of give a voice to all the characters, especially in the other ones that I want to do, because there are multiple different characters and they keep recurring, so everybody will have a different voice if I can remember said voices. But if you enjoyed, you all know what to do. Let me know if this is something you want to continue to see down in the comment section below. I would obviously definitely love to continue doing this and uploading all that kinds of fun stuff. But regardless of what I want to do, you all let me know what you all want to see on my channel. But if you're new to my channel, subscribe button, bell notification, like button, questions, comments, or concerns, leave those in the comment section below, and check out all the links in the description for all that kinds of fun stuff. But above all else, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!